Running Backs Week continues here in the CJFL. I'm Ryan Waters, joined by the Edmonton Wildcats running back coach. This is Sam Johnson. Happy New Year, Sam.
Happy New Year to you, sir.
I tell you what, there is a lot of Wildcats on the leaderboard when it comes to running yards in the CJFL and CJFL history. Why?
You know, that's always kind of been a badge of honor with us being able to run the ball. And, you know, the weather out west here is not usually good in November, and you got to be able to run the ball to be successful, I think.
What makes a good running back, in your opinion?
You know, there's so many things. But one of the most important that I think is overlooked a lot is attitude. You know, you have to have the right attitude. I mean, you really, and I try to preach this to my kids, that, you know, just refuse to be tackled. You know, you get guys with blazing speed that, you know, that can't run inside, and you got guys that have the power, but they can't get outside. I mean, you want all those great qualities in a back, but you got to have a back with a good attitude, a hard running, tough attitude.
And I guess a pass blocker, not being afraid to pass block, would be under the attitude umbrella, right?
Well, absolutely. And I mean, you really have to be fearless. You know, you have to be willing to throw your hat in anywhere. And you know what? You may get beat physically. That's going to happen. There's bigger, stronger guys out there. But I mean, if you give it your all and you do what you can do, you know, most times you're going to come out on top, you know.
When you bring in new players to the Wildcats program, new running backs specifically, do you have to teach them? Do you find that there's a consistent learning curve or something that they haven't been able to have success with, either holding the ball in a certain spot or hitting the gap? What is this thing that you need to coach first?
Well, you know, we have so many levels of high school football, quality of high school football here in Edmonton specifically, that really depends where the kid comes from. Now, everybody gets those stellar athletes that you know, they can do anything just out of, you know, at the drop of a hat, and they're great at everything. But really, you know, the kids that come from the football programs, you know, most of them are pretty well rounded. You know. Yeah. The kids that come from the smaller schools, you know, sometimes you have to teach them even how to take a handoff. But the big thing that I try to instill upon these kids is that when you get to the Wildcats, when you get to junior, you're used to being the best athlete on the field. You're used to being the fastest and the toughest and the strongest. It's not that way anymore. You know, you have to find, the game becomes more mental, and you have to find a way to adjust your game to fit with those better, bigger, faster, stronger athletes.
How important is it for a running back to come out of the backfield and catch?
Have to. In the game now, you have to. When I played back when God was a boy, you know, you could be a smash mouth, kick you in the pants, you know, 5 yards in a cloud of dust guy, and you could get by. But as you see in professional ball and now in university ball, the fullback position is really almost being phased out of the game. You know, so you have to be multi-dimensional, and catching the ball is just one of them. You know, and a lot of times I pride my guys in being better athletes than the linebacker. So if we can get you in space with the ball, with forward momentum, I think we win that. You know, we win that matchup, and that's what you're looking for.
This will be your third season with the Wildcats as the running back coach, but you've been a coach with Wildcats since, 91 or something like that. When you look at some of the top rushers in CJFL history coming from the Wildcat program, there is some connection with you, Tristan Jones and Levon, who has a ton of yards as well. What's the connection there?
Well, Tristan Jones, I've known his family forever. Tristan and his brother both came and played for me at St. Albert Catholic High. And he was just, he was just on another level. If you go back in film and look at film now, you know, the kid just looks like he's gliding. He's effortless in what he does. But he was as tough as a $2 steak. I'll tell you that. You know, guys would try to intimidate him and bang him around to get him out of the game, and that would just make him compete harder. And that's what that mental toughness that I was telling you about. But he's he was blessed with the genes. His dad was Milson Jones, the professional, and the acorn doesn't drop far from the tree. And as far as Horlock, well, I played with Dave Horlock, his father, with the Wildcats, and Dave. I love him to death, but he was a no-talent, small, tiny guy that ended up being a starter and a contributor on some pretty good Wildcat team because he was so damn ornery and tough. Horlock is the type of guy you wouldn't want to shoot him because you just make him mad, if you're going into an alley, Dave Horlock was one of the guys you want to come with you. And I think he passed those attributes on to his son. And again, there's another connection with the mental toughness I think running backs have.
How's the core look this year, 2021? Let's hope we get on the field, but how does the Wildcats running backs look coming into this year?
I love the group of guys we have. I would like to have a little more size. But we've got some kids with some speed. We've got some kids with some toughness. We got some kids with a little bit of experience. We got kids with more experience. So, we're working with them. But the thing I love is that these kids are excited and they're eager. I'm getting an email every day or every other day from another kid that wants a workout program that he can do on his own, or what can I do to make this better, and to me as a coach, wow, I tell you, that's exciting.
Yeah. Listen, Sam, thanks for doing this. Good luck in the preparation, and hopefully we'll be on the field come July, August.
Perfect. Thank you very much.